Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. This video is going to be a little bit different. Evan is going to speak to you. Evan is one of the high frequency tribe members. Evan is an 11-year veteran of the fire department. Evan is a first responder. Evan is a hero. Evan has decided to stand up and be public about his belief that his medical freedoms must come first, as should yours. So when we listen now, realize this is a video for first responders. They're organizing. There's a Telegram link down below. Please listen to Evan. This dude gets up every day with the sole purpose of saving our lives and providing us safety and security in our communities. And he's not looking for fame or glory for it. He's just looking for the right to continue to do what he does without being mandated to have his medical freedoms taken away. So here we go. Let's hear from Evan.
Hey there, my name is Evan Davis. I'm a Los Angeles County firefighter in the city of Inglewood. If you support what we're doing and what we're going up against with the mandatory vaccines, please share the video, support everything, share it to all your friends, send it to everyone that you know. And if you are a first responder or you might know someone that is, please follow the link to the Telegram page where you can connect with other first responders, like-minded individuals, get resources for things that you may need to get ready for this fight that we're in. I just want to say thank you to the Illusion. Thanks for showing up, man. Thanks for putting this video together. I appreciate it. Share with everyone you can. You gotta spread the word. It's time to stand up, stand next to each other. We'll get through this. Hold the line, Diamond Souls, till the very end.
So Evan Davis has been a firefighter in the Los Angeles County Fire Department for 11 years. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you. And he proudly serves the community of Inglewood, Lenox, Hawthorne, and West Athens. Give it up for Evan! Woo!
I'm your neighbor, the one that greets you with a smile and a wave in the morning when you're heading to work, just as I'm getting home from my shift. I'm the spouse that can't make it to birthdays, holidays, or anniversaries because I've been forced hired and can't get the day off. I'm the friend that you can call anytime that you may need help with anything. I'm the parent that gives his hug, kiss, and whispers I love you to my significant other and children anytime I leave them because I understand that it may be the very last time I'll ever get to, or the last time they get to see me. I also am the one who comes to your aid when you dial 911. We come speeding down the road with lights and sirens, ready to help when you're at your absolute worst with no other place to turn. No matter what am I doing, eating, sleeping, showering, using the restroom, it doesn't matter what time you call, how many other calls I've run that day, or that I haven't slept in a few days. I signed up to be there for you, and when you call in your moment of need, I will be there as fast as I can, ready to help and serve you at my 100% best. I have encountered thousands of sick and injured patients, coughing on me, spitting on me, vomiting, bleeding, dying in my hands. Structure fires, brush fires, vehicle accidents, the list of emergencies that I've seen and will continue to see does not end. My fellow frontline workers have all seen this too. Those images, those memories, we do not forget any of it. I remember the lifeless faces when I go to sleep at night. I remember the feeling of holding a lifeless child in my arms when I go to hug my son and kiss him goodnight and tell him how much I love him. I remember being asked, "I'm going to be okay, right?" and giving the last words of comfort that person would ever hear. I remember the devastation of patients' faces, their agonizing howls and moans when you have to tell them, "We're truly sorry, but we did all we could do. They're gone." The ones I speak of, the faces I remember, belong to you. They belong to you and all the loved ones. I speak of the public we have sworn to protect. We will always be here for you, each and every one of you, no matter what. Despite all those things, this job is hands down the best job in the entire world. It is filled with immeasurable joy and satisfaction when I'm able to make a difference. Whether it's pulling someone out of a burning building or taking an extra 5 minutes after a call to show the neighborhood kids the ladder truck or the fire engine, have them squirt some water. The smiles and excitement are more than enough. That moment for us takes no effort at all. The lasting impact of a moment as simple as letting a family tour the station who sit in the driver's seat of the fire engine is immeasurable. We're role models for the public and future generations. We are given the opportunity to embody courage and strength for the people who need it the most. On the day I received my badge at the conclusion of my firefighter tower, my wife pinned that hard-earned badge to my chest in front of all my loved ones. I have such pride for what I've accomplished and what the badge represents. The badge represents years of dedicated service by those who came before me. I truly am standing on the shoulder of giants. On that day I swore an oath, the same that those who came before me swore. An oath to protect, and defend the United States Constitution and the Constitution of California from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Thoughts of running from an enemy has never crossed my mind. I have a job to do and it will get done. No excuse. There are no second thoughts, we simply do it. That's what the job is all about and nothing can compare. That is why I love being a firefighter. As you all know, it's 2 weeks to flatten the curve, enough time to give the hospitals a fighting chance to gain the upper hand against this unknown foe with limited equipment, PPE, and space to care for the sick. Flattening the curve evolved into an insatiable monster. A monster that steadily grew, constantly being fed fear, and lived and flourished off of it. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, perpetuating fear. Eventually, a full-blown lockdown. Unprecedented times we live in. Continually parroted, this is the new normal. I wore this mask, and I wore all the PPE. I adjusted to the ever-changing waves of information that seemed to come every day, even when I had to reuse masks and gowns because we were running out of PPE. I met the invisible enemy without hesitation because that's my job, that's what I chose to do. A vaccine became available and it was offered to me. I declined because I felt that my health and age were on my side. I declined my vaccination to provide scarce vaccines for someone who would actually need it. I ended up contracting COVID in the winter of 2020, and at no point was I offered by my employer or any governing body a therapeutic or medicine that could combat COVID-19. Even though we now learned that they do exist and they could be very effective for a lot of people. When the time came, I had to rely on my body and the choices I made, and it served me well. My immune response took care of me. But now, after the worst time of COVID, after the largest, most deadly spike, downtrends in death, my employer, a governing body, is deciding to mandate a rushed vaccine. Not only that it will be a mandate, but it's a condition of my employment. We've gone from essential frontline worker to next on the chopping block. I agree. Such times of uncertainty really forced me to think and examine my surroundings. The job that I love, the job that I poured my heart and soul into is being threatened. Anything that gets put into my body is my choice. I refuse. I do not comply. I've thought long and hard about this, and this has become my definitive line in the sand. And I know when I say this, I'm not alone. There are many more that feel this way, and they just might be scared or not know how to say it. Please understand this is worth fighting for. I won't quit. I will not stop fighting. I'm willing to sacrifice everything. My beliefs, my moral fiber, my family, my livelihood, the country that I love. Everything I've ever worked for in my life is being threatened. And that I will not sit idly by and take. I refuse. I cannot bear the thought of my children asking me what I did during these trying times when our freedoms were being systematically stripped away. I don't want to reply to them, nothing. I gave up. I gave in to the demands that I knew were wrong with the hopes that it would stop. That it was just, if I just complied, everything would go back to normal. Let me tell you, it's not going to stop here. These are illegal, unconstitutional infringements on our civil liberties, our inalienable rights as humans. I know you don't want to tell your children that you gave in, that you gave up, and that you stood by and didn't do a damn thing to stop any of it. As first responders and frontline workers, we are the last line of defense for the civilians that we swore to protect. If we abandon the ones we swore to protect, who will be left to fight when they're left voiceless? It's time. The time has come, my brothers and sisters. It is time for all of us to stand proud and answer the highest calling. When we stand together, we will be the light in the dark. We will be the light in the darkness that will motivate you to speak loudly and say what you know is right in your heart. If the first responders and frontline workers comply with this, who will be left to say no? My question to all of you is, will you be willing to stand next to me? My question to the civilians that we have all sworn to protect, the ones that if and when the time comes, we have sworn to make the ultimate sacrifice for. Will you stand with us, together as one? Will you come to our aid? Will you come to me when I call you at my most vulnerable time, when I need you there for me? Well, this is it. This is my call to you, to every single one of you and anyone willing to listen. I'm begging you to find the courage, the resolve, and the strength, the faith to do what you know is right. Together we accomplish anything. Divided we will fall. This is our last chance to maintain our sovereignty and freedom. With all the power within us, we all have the power within us to do what is necessary. All we must do is say no. Have the courage to say no and rest easy knowing that we have each other. We will do this together. United we stand, divided we fall. Hold the line, Diamond Souls. Hamish.
Thank you.